Nikon's announcement was simply smoke and mirrorless. Hey everybody, welcome back to the vlog and good morning and thank you for joining me. Today's going to be another Nikon day because they had an announcement a couple of days ago. And as I said, it was basically smoke and mirrorless. It was more of an acknowledgement than it was an announcement. So I'm going to give you my thoughts on it, but more importantly, I want to hear yours. Now, like was rumored, they said an announcement was going to come out right around July 24th. And this announcement did happen on July 24th, but it was more, like I said, an acknowledgement and less of an announcement. I said also in the last 3 videos that having an announcement in the doldrums of summer just doesn't make sense for a camera that will most likely come out right around photokina time, right? That just doesn't make sense to me. So I'm going to read through a few excerpts from this, let's call it press release, not announcement, or acknowledgement. And I'm going to put a link in the description area as well as the comment area so that you can go back and read it for yourself. So let's take a look here. I'm going to start from the top. Now, like I said, I'm just going to give you a couple of excerpts. It says, the system is the result of Nikon's unsurpassed optical and manufacturing capabilities gained through more than a century of imaging expertise. Proven reliability and trusted performance are core traits of Nikon's digital SLRs, and decades of feedback from professional creators around the world has further contributed to the development of this system. Now, they also say, additionally, an F-mount adapter is being developed that will enable the use of a wide variety of F-mount Nikkor lenses with this new system. And one more excerpt I want to point out. Soon, Nikon users will have 2 industry-leading camera systems to choose from, giving consumers the choice to enjoy the unique values that each system offers. Very, very interesting. So what does this mean, or what does this tell us? This acknowledgement or this press release that's supposed to be an announcement. Basically, we know that Nikon is currently developing a full-frame mirrorless camera. Silence, right? We also know that they're currently in the works of developing an adapter that will allow F-mount lenses to be used. But not all F-mount lenses, because if we reverse what they said, it's basically a wide variety, but not all. It's not all F-mount glass. So some F-mount glass will work and some will not. Also, that there is a brand new mount in town, right? We knew that also. They also said that they were in development of new lenses in this announcement. And finally, that they are going to continue to create DSLRs because they said, hey, you're going to have a choice. You're going to be able to use mirrorless, or you're going to be able to use DSLRs. And each of them have their goods and their bads. And then you get to decide. You, the consumer, has the choice, which is great. So that's really all that we know. What I also see here is that the Nikon D850 is in back order everywhere. You cannot find a D850 anywhere, right? That to me means that Nikon's manufacturing plants are just going full bore on this mirrorless camera. Okay, that's what I think. I don't know. Now, over the last couple of days, a couple of really smart people took the video that we analyzed in the last vlog and superimposed different cameras on it to try to figure out how large the camera is going to be, how big the mount is, right? As well as where the buttons are. Now, what I thought was kind of interesting is the size of that mount. Now, originally, like I told you guys, it was going to be 49 millimeters, and then they said 55 millimeters. And when I saw this video, I'm like, God, this is going to be every bit of 55 millimeters, maybe even larger. It is massive. So there's been a few people to agree with an idea that possibly Nikon is trying to create a mount of the future. A future-proof mount, let's call it, that will allow them to not only use this brand new glass that they're creating for their full-frame mirrorless, but will also allow the ability to use medium format lenses. So when they do come out with a medium format mirrorless camera, they won't have to change the mount. The mount will be large enough to accept medium format massive glass that will be necessary for that camera. So that is an interesting idea. That is an interesting concept. And it was something that I was talking about also in a couple of videos ago, how we've watched now Fuji go from APS-C mirrorless now to medium format mirrorless, just completely circumventing the full frame mirrorless wars, and is believed to be able to put out a medium format mirrorless camera that's going to be sub $4,000. That's going to be a game changer out there, right, guys? That's going to be a game changer. So what does this all mean to me? To me, I feel that Nikon really needs to tread lightly when it comes to the hype and start managing that hype a little bit by putting out little leaks of specs and whatnot to really kind of tame things down, just kind of ease things up a little bit. Because we know when a movie comes out, a blockbuster comes out, and there's a ton of hype about this movie, and the trailers are just sick. They're just unbelievable. And there's all this hype, and you pay your $12-15 for your ticket, and you go sit down and you watch it, and you're like, well, I saw all this in the previews, right? In the trailers. There's not a lot more to it. And there's just a feeling of disappointment. Nikon cannot have disappointment with this camera. I really believe they need to manage the hype, because if not, the camera is not going to be able to meet those expectations, which will cause people to look at it as lackluster, even though it might not be, right? So that's going to be something for Nikon to deal with, in my personal opinion. The question I have to you guys is simply, do you think that the Nikon hype is simply smoke and mirrorless, like I stated at the beginning? Or do you think that Nikon is really onto something here and is going to just simply knock it out of the park? And Canon is going to have to be fearful of what they do, and Sony is going to have to be shaking in their boots also. I don't know. I want to hear from you. What do you think? What do you think? So anyways, guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the content. As always, please throw me a big thumbs up if you enjoy the content. If you do, smash the subscribe button so you can get all of my content when it becomes available, and click the bell icon so when it is available, you will be notified of it. And finally, head over to my website, JCristina.com, where you can find all of my photography tools that I've invented for you and me over the years, and hopefully there's something that you might like. And if there is, please pick it up and support me. That's it. I'm out of here for yet another vlog. Happy shooting, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.